Hi guys, welcome to my Flosstube. My name is Emily. I'm Crafty Emily here on YouTube, and I am here to talk about cross stitch. I will do a very small this time shop plug at the end of my Flosstube video. That went down like a cup of cold sick. I got about 2/3 the views that I normally get, so obviously people don't want to hear about that. But for the people who did go and look at my shop, favourite my shop and buy something from me, thank you so much. I am almost done with my posting, so if you have ordered something from me, it will be on the way to you hopefully latest tomorrow. But thank you very much. And I'm going to talk about cross stitch today, to which end I have done almost no stitching because yeah, sometimes we all have weeks a bit like that. So what can I show you? I can show you my opening gambit, which is very nearly 94% complete. Hopefully by tonight it will be 94% complete. Let me move my needle minder and I will show you. So it's November the 24th here. It's 1:45 in the afternoon. I'm off work today, and here is my opening gambit last time, where I was when I did my video last week, which is a week ago. So I've done a week between my videos. Just patted my hair up. I've done a very bad job. It's very loopy. And I have done bits and bobs of work in it, and I am on the home stretch. Ready for where I am? There is the corner. Okay, we are a little bit out. I have to admit, I'm a little bit out. This piece here is 1 stitch too narrow, and this piece here is 2 stitches too wide. I am going to fudge it. It's going to be fine. So all I have left to do is this back end of this dog. This is fairly solid stitching, this is fairly solid stitching, and this has a pattern in it, and it will be done. So I'm looking at a December finish for this for sure. And I have a new long dog waiting in the wings to not start. It is currently a whip, but not on the fabric I've pulled. So it's a restart. But I only did 10 stitches, so it was not big on the start. So here we go. Hopefully, I'm not going to say next video because in 6 days we're starting Flossmas, so I might not have this done in 6 days. So I'm not going to say next video. If it was if I was running normal service, then I wouldn't record until I'd finished it. But because we are stepping into Flossmas in 6 days, I'm not going to promise to finish because it might not be finished. I might try and get it done because it would be lovely to have it wrapped up in, and so I can just concentrate on Christmassy stitching. We shall see. We shall see how we get along. Stuff at work's about to go bananas crazy with the Christmas menu coming up again in 6 days time, so I've got to learn to do a whole load of different things, and the normal menu will be running as well, so it's just a whole heap more work. We've got lots and lots of people booked in at lunch times, and days when I've got days off like Mondays, I'm probably going to have to go in if we've got a big party in to be there and help out only over the lunchtime bit. But we're both going to, because we're only 2 people in the kitchen, so we're going to have to really lap ourselves together for this next little bit going forwards to get us through December. But then at the end of December, I get a week and a half of prizes because I get 4 days off, and then I get 4 days where the hours are very, very short, or I've got a day off in the middle of them as well, and then I've got 2 days off before we jump into January. So this will be finished in December. You'll be along with me for the ride, hopefully. If you're watching Flossmas, if you're watching my Flossmas, we should get this done. So that's that. Now, for people who don't know what Flossmas is, if you're new to Flosstube or you're new to any of this, Flossmas is the same as Vlogmas, where people who put up content, like me, record a video every day until Christmas. Every day of December until Christmas. Now, it's an undertaking. There will be little giveaways along the way, and they hopefully won't be terribly long videos. Some days they'll be scrappy, some days they'll be short. But they will be available for you to watch every day. A little bit of something I will upload, and 2 years in the trot I've managed every day. So lots of people start out with really good intentions and then life takes over, because life always takes over. But every day I'm going to really do my best to get a video up. I tend to run to about the 26th where I do a wrap up. So we'll see how we get on this year. I actually went through and rewatched. Oh, any Flosstubers there? Rewatching your own videos? It's like pulling out your own teeth, isn't it? I actually, in the end, because I was making things, let's not talk about it, see? I was making things, not stitching. And in the end, I was just listening to myself. And I was going, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember watching that. And I was like, I wasn't watching that. That was me. I'm watching me. Very strange interaction. But what I was doing was I was writing down and pulling and re-remembering from the little box of Flossmas goodies. And some of you have got yours, I know, because I've had a couple of messages. And some of the others are in the post, and I still have 5 or 6 to post out, I think. So if you won something from me last year, it is going to get to you. Fingers crossed, it will get to you. And my 1,000 subscriber prizes hopefully are starting to arrive, because I posted them a week ago. Gone. Poof. Royal Mail is striking today, tomorrow, and further into Christmas there'll be some more strikes. So this is going to add extra onto the delivery. That is out of my hands, guys. Once I've got the proof of postage and it's in the system, it's in the system. It gets to you when it gets to you. So I'm really sorry about the Royal Mail striking, but they want more money and they want better conditions and all of that. So they're striking. So that's up to them. Okay, so more cross stitch. I have of course been working on my perma project of my supersized max colour treasure hunt bookshelf. I've been trying to catch myself up, which is where the majority of my stitching's gone in. Now, with Flossmas in mind, I am switching up as of right now and for December how I'm stitching on this. But the first thing I did last week when I picked it up, there was a little flash. It looked like this in my last video. I'd missed loads of little spitty spotty bitty botty bits. Now, I put it up on Instagram that I'd filled in ninja stitches. Now, to me, with my terminology, a ninja stitch is where there is only one stitch of the colour and you've left it. Here. That is what I term a ninja stitch. It's one little bugger just sitting there in a completely different colour. You have to search through your bobbins, get one strand off, join it on, one stitch, finish it off, because it's nowhere else near. Now I will carry my threads this far, especially on full coverage. I have no qualms about carrying a thread. Oh, 4, I'm going to say 4 inches maybe maximum is as far as I'll carry a thread. Any more than that and I'm wasting, I may as well finish it off, make a knot. I tie knots because you can if you want to. There's no rules. And do it and then join it up. So if I carry further than that, I can finish it off, make a knot and save myself 4 stitches. So I went through, oh my god, this took me so long. 250 stitches took me about 3 hours, and I had bobbins everywhere. And that was with me getting the thread off the bobbin and just putting the bobbin down and then putting the extra thread on top of the bobbin. I'll deal with that later. It took me so long to put it all away. It is all away. I did not pad. But I filled in gaps. So here's how it looks. Isn't it wonderful? I'll try and get that light on there. So I'm currently at 6.8%. So I've still got 1,500 stitches to do in 6 days. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I've got to do 300 stitches every day now just to get the percentage point, because I fell behind doing that dragon this month. Okay, doing stitches on that dragon. So I filled this in, and then I realised when looking at it, when I take a photograph of it, you see so much clearer on film. This has a little girl. Look, she has red hair. I can see her face and her arm and her body, and I'm not too sure what this is, but it's there. And that's her balloon, and that's what she's sitting in. She's sitting in a sort of gondola thing, I think, and she's floating under the balloon. And it wasn't until I took a picture of it could I see it, and she's wonderful. So this is now filled in. My first stitch, oh here, I think, oh there's fluff on it. My first stitch I think is here. You can see the little white spots, and they're like 2 stitches, 1 stitch, 3 stitch, oh, red stitch, blue stitch, U stitch, U stitch, God, blah. Anyway, so some of you might have already spied. So that's how it's looking. I'm just going to hold that up again so that I can screenshot it for my next video. There we go. I can put a nice picture up of that. Next video. I found that's by far and away the easiest way to do it, because I forget to photograph them and then I go, oh, I should have photographed that, and it's too late, it's done. So the observant of you might have reasonably seen that I have park threads. I don't park. This is already a rat's nest tangle. Of course they're single strands, I can untangle them easy enough. I am parking because for December I need to stitch, to get my goal, if I stitch every day, I need 280 stitches every day to reach my goal, which is 1% a month, which is 7,223 stitches I need to do a month on this. And for 7 months I've pretty much kept to it. So my aim for December, to make this easy for me, I hope you can see, because the pen's turquoise, yes you can, I am drawing myself boxes. 3, there's 4 there, and there's 3 there, there's 3 there, there's 3 there, 3 down. These are in park threads, so there's a big box there, and then there's this bit here. So what I'm doing is I'm going to try and do it and stick to it and do 300 a day with a block, rather than doing my normal cross-country splattery doodah. So I'm going to try and consistently fill in my gaps as I go, 300 stitches a day. So at the moment what I'm doing is just doing the stitches and then parking far enough away so that I'm not getting in my own way. So yeah, I might have finished this colour here. There's 5 threads in my hand. Up here, but I've taken it to the next point and parked it out of my way. So some of them you can see, like these pink stitches here, you can't see at all. I can see them. How can you not see them? Excuse the chainsaw. He knows I'm recording. I've done a few stitches to take the pink right out of the way. He's just realised that I'm recording. I did tell him. So you can see I'm doing a few stitches out of the way, adds a couple to the daily tally, gets my threads out of the way. So I am parked currently. Once we're out of Flossmas, I will be not doing this any longer, because I'm not really a parker. I am a cross country, but I thought just for the month, and I've tried. I've got a few more holes to fill in, but I've found this week, which is rather nice, and I'm going to do that. So for every day, I'm going to try and do a 300 block, just to keep me right, because I think December's going to be frenetic. So if I know I've got to fill in 3 blocks, I can fill in my 3 blocks and carry on. I might hate it. I might stitch in my park threads and say bollocks to it, but I want to keep going with my perma project through December. It's fine. Anyway, so we're coming on Christmas. have done a little tiny bit, and by a little tiny bit I mean tiny stitching, for Flossmas. I'm going to flash this very, very quickly. There's tiny stitching. I'm working on Flossmas goodies. I'm still thinking. I'm currently on 2 different threads at the moment, so we'll see what wins out. Tiny stitching, or yeah, the things that I was planning on making. We'll see what wins out. We'll get there. In 6 days, and then I'll probably let you know, and I have to do some stop motion between now and then, so I've not got a lot of time this week. So last night I thought, well, it's going to be Christmas. Train of thought. Not last night. The other day, when I pulled out fabrics to do tiny Flossmas stitching, I found this. This is a piece of Weeks Dye Works 30 count Puria Purple, Peoria, Puria Purple, a fat 1/8 that I bought from possibly the Patchwork Rabbit. Might have been one of the British Peakside Needlecraft. It's either Peakside or Patchwork Rabbit I bought this from. They put them in these wonderful, completely compostable, biodegradable bags, which are the most crinkly things on the planet because it's cornstarch, so it like, anyway, bag away, bag is gone. And I found this piece of purple, and I was going to do my Flossmas stitching on it, and that's not a bad representation. Anyway, it's this size, little fat 1/8, and I bought it ages and ages ago. We're talking well over a year ago, probably about a year and a half ago, and I'd forgotten I had it. It wasn't until I started pulling through my fabrics to find tiny counts. That's not tiny count. That's tiny stitches on large count, not tiny count. This is 30 count. And I looked at it and I thought, well, you know, I really like that. I don't want to use a strip of it. I want to put something on it. And then I remembered that last Christmas, Jules at Long Dog Samplers released Santa Quill, which of course I bought immediately. Pattern's still available, and it's a small little long dog. It's here. As you can see, her backing is blue, and I was meant to grab something from my box, which I will probably insert a photograph of because I'm hopeless. And I really want to stitch it, and I love it, and I thought, why not? Just go for it. On that piece of purple, it will fit. I might need to do my trick of stitching a piece of waste fabric onto the side so that I can get it into my Q-snap along the edges, because it's only just going to fit. I will centre start it. My key to things that don't quite fit is to centre start, because then as it goes out, you know, very quickly I'll go up and right and left very quickly to find out that things fit or not. I think Eric's breaking in. Oh, Eric's breaking in. Hello, Eric. Hello. Hello. Here's Eric. He just broke into my room. The cats are feeling a little bit. He's just sat down on my fabric. That lovely piece of purple fabric has now got white hair on it. Guaranteed. Lots of it. Cats are feeling a little sorry for themselves today. They were wormed yesterday, so they're currently like got tummy trouble, but they will feel a whole lot better when all their nasty worms have died and they have deposited them into the garden, and then they'll feel a lot better. They might eat a lot less food. Yes, it became apparent. Us cat owners who have outside cats know when your cat has worms. My cat's had worms. They have been dealt with. They're feeling fragile. Bella is currently feeling very poorly on Flora's bed, and Eric is currently feeling very poorly right in front of me. Get some sleep, bud. Yeah, so I thought I might stitch Santa Quill, start it, make a good effort into it during Flossmas, and I thought I would steal some of the Quicksilver Dinky Dye that I am permanent time-outingly timing out Castles in the Sky. I might insert a picture here with a little bit of a floss toss. And I have some other rather beautiful, because it requires a couple of colours. I have some other, Eric, you're going to have to mind your butt, bud. Ooh, that's a week's, that looks rather good. Oh, and I have some beads. Oh, I tell you what I'm going to do then. Oh, I think that's a good decision made. Mind your butt, Eric. Please mind your butt off my purple. Of course he sat on it. So, purple, it's blowing out a bit. It is a lovely colour. I've also just found a bright, bright turquoise and some bright turquoise beads. So I rather like them. And the Quicksilver is the palest grey silk dinky dye you'll ever come across. So I think I might find one. I've got like 6 skeins of it because I was stitching a long dog 40 count 1 strand. Of course I was, except I can't do it because it's really hard. Pouring with rain outside. I don't know if you can hear that. It's really raining. The light's gone. Ugh, winter. God, some of my Flossmas videos were so dark. I know it was late at night I was filming them, but bloody hell, guys, it was like, can you even see me through the gloom? So, Santa Quill. Now, I did start it on a beautiful piece of, my only piece of Lakeside linen last year, and yeah, I only did like 10 or 12 stitches just so I could call it a whip, so it got counted into the whips. So it is counted in the whip, so technically not a new start. He's sitting with his inside eyelids half across his eyes. It's very unnerving. I think he's tired. And then yesterday I pulled, look at me, I am a one-trick pony. I like what I like. I pulled out my 2 Christmas projects that I have a full coverage. I'm doing a mini snow job as well, but that's not what I've got here. What I've got here is an Emma Congdon and a Shannon Christine Designs. Now my Emma Congdon is the Noel, and it was a new start last year, and that's where I got to after Flossmas. So I thought, right, let's see if I can get, I'm not going to overdo myself because I've not got a lot of time, and I've got 300 of stitches a day to stick in that thing. Let's see if I can get the O done this year, and then maybe next year through the year I'll get the rest done. This is now trimmed down to Sillyville, so if I do finish it, and I do fully finish it, it'll have to be a flat fold because I don't have enough to frame it with, but I can always fix that. So this is Emma Congdon's Noel pattern. It is a really lovely, I bought mine on Etsy, PDF, easy peasy. I love Emma Congdon patterns. They do what they say on the tin. They're marvellous. So I'm going to carry on with my O and see if I can get the O done this year. This is 32 count white Lugana, absolutely bog standard. I'm using 2 strands of all the called for DMCs, and there we go, I'm holding up beautiful. And my back. You can see my stitches go any which way. I don't care. I always do my left leg, I always do my under leg, bottom left, top right. I always do my top leg, top left, bottom right, or bottom right, top left. I don't even care which way round I do the stitch. And the other Christmassy pieces is called Falling Snow, Shannon Christine Designs. I started this last year and did a huge chunk of it for me, and that is currently there on this beautiful piece of Be Stitch Me fabric, which is going to go quite, it's called Shore, by the Shore or something, or Tide or something. Anyway, look, you can see it's the sea, but I started it up in the turquoisey bit. It's going to fit the fabric to about there, so other colours come in as you go down, so that's going to be good to see how that fits on this piece of fabric. Beautiful piece of fabric, what a gift. And it's very, that's actually showing quite a bit brighter than it is, but can you see how glorious the mottling is? It's got that kind of taupey sandy colour in it. Anyway, so I've grabbed this. I centre started this so that it would be in the middle of the fabric, and that's one corner, and then the other corner I think is going to be about there. So I'm going to try and get the top bit done. You can see how I've counted that. I've gone every 10 and done the stitch below every 10th. So I'm going to joggle on with this for a bit, and put some stitches in this over the season. So once my opening gambit is out of the way, it's probably going to be Santa Quill that gets put in the Q-snap. Now, Santa Quill, I'm going to put the picture back up again so I can show you, has Quill the Raven sitting on the sleigh. I don't like him. I love long dogs, but I don't like that big raven. I don't like the way he's sinisterly sitting there. I want mine to be a little bit more cutesy. So Quill is not going to be stitched. I'm going to sort through my long dog patterns and find something else to put on the sleigh. I was thinking about it this morning and I was wondering whether I might not stitch some knights, because it'll be the night before Christmas arriving on the sleigh. Now I have some knights on here. There is a knight. He actually has one on his arm, and there is a knight there. So I might just stitch them, that bit of them, sitting on the sleigh. I don't know. I don't know yet how I'm going to do it. So I don't know. We will sort it. Anyway, yeah, I've got to think about that, but I think with all the stitching to do on it, it's not a massive piece. Let me just go to the, I've got the PDF in here, Santa Quill. I've done 15 stitches, guys, which isn't exactly a big start, is it? It is only 223 by 131 Santa Quill. As I'm looking at it now, I think the colours I've picked will be brilliant, but I don't like, I don't like the raven at all, I'm afraid. And I don't like the moon, he's kind of squished. So I might just change them up a bit. Sorry, Jules. I know it's called Santa Quill and Quill's the Raven, but I'm going to find something else. On one of the other patterns, I've got so many that I already own that I can find bits of. I've got there's an awful lot of critters on the pointed fifth. I might have a look at pointed fifth and see if I can find something on there. Or I might just stitch some knights visiting on the night before Christmas. We'll see. Might need to be animals. I'm thinking it might need to be animals because the hare's pulling the sleigh. So that's my current plan there. I popped into Hobbycraft to get some more felt to send needle minders on. Don't talk about it, see? And if you're in the UK and you have a Hobbycraft, all cross-stitch patterns and kits appear to be half price at the moment. I don't know if they're phasing it. They usually only do that when they're getting rid of stuff and they're phasing out. But currently all the DMC kits, all the anchor kits, all the kits they currently hold are half price. So I treated myself, finally, because I look at it every time I go in, to a Satsuma Street Leo, because I am a Leo and I've loved this pattern. He is the most glorious lion. I've loved this pattern for a very long time and never bought him. So I have treated myself to him. I've got no wish to stitch him immediately. Oh, look at the whole set. The whole set are utterly glorious. I love her designs. I love the colour. I love the way they pop. I love Satsuma Streets. I don't know if I've ever stitched a Satsuma Street, to be honest, but I do love them. Anyway, so I've got no plans to stitch it anytime soon. And yeah, other than that, oh, jumper. I've done some sleeve. Not a lot. I've not got right through. I'm in the pink. Well, I'm in the purple. It's a broad pink. So my sleeve is now 3 inches long, maybe. I'm well in the pink, so you can see the sleeve is going to be very, 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 very different to the body. And it's probably only going to have 3 stripes on the whole thing. It's a very weird jumper. Very wide, it's very short. It's going to have very long sleeves. Very pretty. This is a drops design pattern, by the way. I just looked it up on, I just find patterns I like on Ravelry, and that's what we do. Sorry. Okay, so that's about it. So thank you very much for watching, and I will do a little bit of Etsy talk now. Right, Etsy obviously didn't go down very well with a lot of my viewers, but some of you have been absolutely lovely. Thank you very, very much. The single thread drops, like my one here, sold out straight away, basically. Very, very quickly I sold out of these guys. I will be pausing the shop, might be tonight, might be tomorrow, and another 18 or 20 are going to get listed, because that's all that I got the magnets for, and another few Dragon's Eye needle minders and another pile of stamp needle minders will be going up as well, just so people can pick from a wider range of things. So hopefully you'll find something you like. But the thread drops will be going back up, and when they get listed I will order more magnets, and because they take much bigger magnets than the needle minders, I put much stronger magnets on them, much bigger, so they're much stronger. And once I've got the next batch of them listed, I'll then, the ones I've got made, I've got to sand them and then magnet them and then list them. So I'm going to do them in about 20s, because I buy the magnets in 20s, so I'm going to do them in about 20s, and yep, they should be going up really soon. But I'll do the same thing so that anybody who's liked my shop will get the notification that my shop's back open, so that if you're watching and you'll like my stuff, that'll be a key that the thread drops are back in stock. Okay, so thank you for listening to that little bit. And I still haven't organised a giveaway for the 2,000 subscriber thing, so we'll sit on that for a little while, and I'm going to get into Flossmas next. So thank you for watching me today, and I will see you on the 1st of December, and we will start our Flossmas journey for 2022. Okay, my dears, I will see you in 6 days on the 1st of December. For sure. Take care until then. Bye bye.